Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Wow. E. Jean Carroll and her team. Wow, her one lawyer. Wow.
I know, she's pretty.
Sean Crowley. Wow.
She's very pretty.
And Robbie Kaplan. What a team.
I know.
Holy cow. I mean, I would not want to go up against Robbie Kaplan and her firm. I mean, they were just, and I loved how they're all linking hands and that E. Jean Carroll linked it to Roe and women's rights and getting our standing up and getting our rights back. And she is fabulous. Let's wallow in E. Jean Carroll sound.
Okay.
Since Jody Hamilton is just producing the bejesus out of the Stephanie Miller Show.
Okay.
Was there ever bejesus in it?
There was.
Not
Sure.
really. Well, that wouldn't be you,
Not
atheist.
me.
Okay. I went to Catholic school, so I brought some bejesus.
I went to Catholic school,
Did you
too.
bring a dish of bejesus to pass?
I went to Episcopalian, so
I went to Catholic school for 1 year.
I feel like yesterday it took us a while to get really weird, and I feel like we're just kind of right out of the gate.
Tuesday.
Oh, yesterday
Right
we were out of the
weird.
gate weird.
Really?
Yeah, we were.
Well, today is Tuesday.
In fact, I was listening to the first segment of the show yesterday, this morning, and
How'd
I'm
that
like,
go?
this was
Hall of
weird.
Fame stuff,
Yeah.
man. Hall of Fame.
Oh, we can have an announcement regarding that, aren't we, at some point?
We are.
Yes.
Soon?
We have a lot of announcements that
I
are
know.
building up in us. But for now, download the Happy Hour podcast
Yes.
every
Subscribe
day.
to it.
Every day.
Subscribe to it. Give
Yes.
it 5 stars. That really helps us.
Yes.
E. Jean, I know you're listening.
Yeah, you can't.
Until you figure out the whole financial thing, just
Right.
make sure you download all the Happy Hours
Right.
every day.
You can't like give 5 stars on every podcast app, but Apple Podcasts you can.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's
Okay.
how people find us.
All right.
But,
And the
but
Happy
subscribe
Hour-
on whatever podcast app you like.
The Happy Hour podcast is always, best interview of the day,
Yes.
and then at the end of the week, there's a double header.
There's a double header.
Yeah.
That's the best 2 interviews of the week.
Yes.
Is the Happy Hour podcast. Every other one is a Happy Hour extra.
Yes, I understand. I love that. I thank you for that information.
Well,
It's important to know.
By the way, the guy that owns the show that's trying to kill me for the life insurance money, I'm glad. I'm glad that he's like getting even older than me. He literally called me yesterday to tell me 2 things that like I already knew. I was like, Grandpa, Matlock's not real, and you already told me that. He's like, okay, all right.
What?
should we be concerned?
Somebody is. Oh, I'll show you later. It's a guest. He wants to pitch, and I'm like, right. I told you to email me and Chris and Jody and give us a
Right.
link of who you're talking. Okay, don't remember that. Also, there's going to be a major announcement today regarding. I'm looking. I just told him what it was. I'm like, oh, regarding this. He's like, okay, yes. Grandpa, oh Joe, can you still eat corn if I mush it off the? Okay, let's.
That's winning war and onion on his belt.
Yes.
Grandpa, Matlock's not real.
Neither are my teeth, but I can still eat corn on the cob if someone cuts it off and smushes it into a fine paste. Now that's good eating.
Okay. All right. So 16. Let's start with the fantastic E.G. She is just, can I just say, smart, funny, quirky. I just freaking love her. She's and brave.
Yep.
Who wants to go through this in their 80s? You know. But and I love Roberta Kaplan. She's like, yep, bring it on again if he keeps going.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep, ready to roll. Yeah.
And who is the hot lawyer?
Crowley.
Sean Crowley.
Would she rather be smart than pretty?
Crowley. She's my age. She's 40.
Oh,
She's
E.G.
both
Carroll
smart
made
and
a
pretty.
point of saying that I think Robbie Kaplan is 50 and
So they're both
40, and
very
she's
much
80.
younger than I am.
Right. Sean's in my strike zone. Not really. Okay, let's.
although
Grandma, Matlock's not real.
you do date a little younger.
Sometimes.
A little.
She has.
Okay.
She has.
Yes.
Who is it that said I date really young, like I'm like illegal? What's her name from? Who's from the Kathleen Turner movie that we had on that you love? Mink Stoll.
Mink Stoll.
Mink Stoll accused me of being
A cougar?
A cougar.
one time I dated someone 17 years younger once.
That's a lot.
I met her.
Okay, right. I told you why it didn't work because I said Carol Burnett's my idol, and she said, "Oh, she's so mean," and I was like,
Not me.
"Oh, you only know her from Annie."
Annie.
Yeah, she had a show.
She was funny in Annie, so whatever.
She
I'm
was.
just kidding. We're still friends.
Sure.
All right. Okay, E. Jean Carroll. Here we go.
Preparing to see him was terrifying. The days leading up, as Robbie brought me around stronger and stronger, it was so, I hadn't slept
I hadn't eaten. I couldn't think. I lost my language when she was trying to prepare me to go to do testimony in front of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is interesting. I just love what she said about he's nothing. He's just nothing. That's the thing, it's the people around him, the cowards that prop him up. Mm-hmm. It really is like the emperor has no clothes, or like the great and powerful Oz, Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Here she is.
And then when we were in the courtroom and Robbie went to the lectern, she said, "Good morning, Eugene. Please state your name and spell it for the jury, for the court." And there he was, and he was nothing. He was just no power. He was
be gone. You have no power.
Zero.
She's Glinda the Good Witch. She really is. Be gone. You have no power here.
And he didn't. He had no power there.
I just was picturing, because he watched. I'm just picturing his head exploding, just ketchup flying everywhere. Yes. I was hoping she was going to break into chorus line. Weren't you, Jody?
Yes,
nothing.
I was hoping.
He was nothing. I felt nothing. Okay.
Was that a hit?
Yes, chorus line by my Buffalo homeboy. Who am I thinking of? Who died of AIDS? Michael Bennett.
Yes.
Chorus line. Classic.
Did you ever see the show?
I'm going to make you play nothing. I felt nothing. Okay, let's.
I'll find it.
Thank you.
That and the Great
If you can
Hello,
stop calling my dog dumb long enough.
Hello, dum-dum.
Stop it! All right, go ahead.
I was flabbergasted, and from then we just sailed through. She brought me in. She said, "Say your name," and I just looked at Robbie, saw he was nothing, and it came up from there.
Did you make eye contact with him?
Many times.
And what was that like?
He's an emperor without clothes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love her friend Lisa Birnbach, who's also fantastic, a fantastic writer, said, she said she's one of those great dames. She would have been played by Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
I loved that Rachel last night did her whole history of what a, popular and fantastic and well-known writer she was, that she was... She said she was more famous than he was when this happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he was the one that said, "Oh, you're the advice column lady," because she was on TV. She had a TV show. She was a great writer.
Didn't Lisa Birnbach write the Preppy Handbook?
I think so. I was trying to remember.
So.
Yeah, when you saw me
she was on with Lawrence, and I was like, I remember I loved her writing, and I was like, oh, that's Oh my God, Preppy Handbook. We're old. Have I told you some stories before? Ren doesn't even know what time we have a show. He doesn't.
No, he calls during the show. Okay.
He doesn't even know we have a show. That's why he gives us news that's like 2 months old. Yes. Okay. Did you hear?
Have you gotten that
there's
yet?
Jody, there's some trouble in the Middle East.
What?
You might want to talk about that.
It seems Russia has invaded Ukraine.
You might want to have Carlos Alazraki on.
Yes, and he suggests guests that have been regulars for years.
Sure. Yeah.
We're like, really? Oh, that seems like a good idea.
He
Thanks.
did suggest Dr. Erwin Redlener.
That's true. Who is his good friend?
Yes.
All right. That's one. Okay. Eugene Carroll.
He's nothing.
This.
He is like a walrus snorting and like a rhino flopping his hand. He is not there. That was the surprising thing to me.
Okay, maybe just because I have a little bit of the imp in me, Chris. Do you think some of the things were said on purpose?
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Definitely. Definitely.
I kept hearing a cash register in my head. I'm like, he's just like...
He's been quiet, though.
Yes!
He
so
has,
quiet.
so
Too quiet.
far.
Too quiet.
So far.
Too quiet.
Okay. Robbie Kaplan, here we go.
So he has two choices. He either has to post a bond, it's called an appellate bond, which requires him to put down 20%, or he has to deposit, which is what he did for the first verdict, the entire amount with the court. So 83 plus 9%, so call it $89 million. If he can't do either of those, then we can start collecting right now.
Okay. See, you should have been trying to find that, not hello, dum dum. How about the Smutly dog?
I'll find Muttley.
Smutly is...
I'm Smutly.
Smutly is his dirty cousin.
Because I'm smut. That's me.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
smutty, and also...
Okay.
That's my Schadenfreude laugh.